And on to our third agenda item, which is, of course, the consultation document and draft annual plan 2020-21.
There's a couple of questions I have around page 101 of the agenda. Item 3. I know we've had a number of conversations around a number of items on this list, and I was wondering if one of the staff could elaborate for me. I see that we've got online underneath reserves, line 3, coastal erosion. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines from the bottom, we've got Westshore erosion, then Westshore, nearshore restoration, then we've got the Whakarere revetment and Harding Road. So I know we've done a lot of work in those spaces, but I've lost track a little bit of why we've got quite a bit of activity spread across this sheet, all focused around one area of our coastline. Could you remind me, please, one, why we've separated those items there, and the $7.5 million under Westshore erosion and inundation is a new one for me. I can't actually put any recall around that $7.5 million, and so I'd love to know what that $7.5 million represents. And the timeframes that we put that in place. Is that possible for one of our staff to be able to remind me of what they've informed us there?
John, are you available online there to provide some response to that for us?
Yes, through you, Madam Mayor. That was a very long question, so up here I might have to ask you to repeat aspects of that as we move through, but I'll do my best. So yes, we have a number of aspects to coastal erosion in our plan, and there's the Whakarere Ave is a specific project that we're obviously well aware of now and is nearing the point of construction. So that is a known entity. We have from our long-term plan 2 other line items. One is associated with addressing erosion on the beach, so to speak, of Westshore. And that's more about dry land type restoration. And we have another line item, which is the $7.5 million, which recognises that we have an ongoing requirement to address the deficit in, the deficit created by erosion and behind the surf break line. So it kind of differentiates out between dry land work and wet area work, if for want of a better term. So that's talked to 3 aspects, I think, and I believe you raised up one more, Api, is that Councillor Tapani, is that correct? And if you could just remind me on what page that's on, I've got a whole lot of different documents open on a single screen here.
How you feel, John? So thank you very much. That has answered the bulk of my questions, and so all that sort of remains is those last 3 items on the bottom of page 101. I think you've addressed it, but the Westshore erosion and inundation, the Westshore nearshore restoration, the revetment I get. So is the nearshore restoration the same? No, it can't be the same as our coastal erosion. That's different, isn't it? Which is higher up on the same page. What's the difference?
Yeah, I don't have the right page here, or maybe I don't have the right document open. I've got too many. Here we go. 101, did you say?
Yes, please.
Bear with me.
Thank you, John. It's just it was listed. I just needed an ability to pull that all together because it's listed about 4 or 5 times in that one schedule.
Yep. Okay, so we've got, this is in our reserves capital program. I believe you're talking to that spreadsheet page there. So the Westshore erosion and inundation remediation is looking at the dry land piece and recognising that there might be some significant capital investment required there to, depending on where our coastal hazard strategy lands, and also what the specific design solution might be. There may be some realignment of bunds, there may have to be relocation of assets or facilities, so you see a reasonable chunk of money there for capital investment in that space. Yeah, the Westshore nearshore restoration is about the wet area, and that's a recognising that from time to time we may have to invest in additional dredging to place sand in the near shore, which is behind the surf break line, to supplement sediment in that area that might be removed through the littoral drift that occurs in the bay. And then Whakariri Ave revetment is a specific project line for this year. Harding Road erosion is also another piece of work that we do along Harding Road, and that's an ongoing piece of work there that we do separate pieces of work all the way along there to ensure that our revetment and rock protection there is up to scratch.